You keep getting pregnant back to back to back, having oppressions back to back to back. You fought pregnant a couple of times. I was like,
What? In the official suspension order issued by the Michigan Unarmed Combat Commission.
Oh, how it didn't, how our friendship didn't work out, or how stuff happened, whatever. But to that person who's saying that I jumped them and attacked them, and even as far as them things like rape and molestation and all this stuff, this is a message from that same person 1 year ago that I have not responded to.
Jay, now that you look back at it, do you think that she was kind of like quote you guys for her father?
yeah, I mean, I can't look at it no other way. You got deceived by your coach. You knew it was some type of sickness with that. You think it's a joke. Fought pregnant a couple of times. The spiritual part of what I would see in that basement, I didn't understand what my gifts were at the time, and I was like, that was bothering me. So I thought I was going crazy.
Claressa ended her pregnancy without notifying Papoose, and he is already planning to dump her. Thus, it appears that Remy Ma's aspirations are finally coming true. Claressa reportedly became pregnant not long ago, but she left to the medical facility and disposed of it. It turns out that Claressa is not new to ending a pregnancy. She is accused of. She has a history of problematic pregnancies, including the one she had with her former trainer, Tony Harrison. Claressa recently became pregnant by Papoose, according to ex-best pal Jada Davis. But she sent the child directly to heaven throughout the other pregnancies and concealed it from Papoose until she was completed. Papoose plans to expose her and throw her out because he can no longer handle it. If you're wondering how it works, it all started a few days ago after Claressa's confrontation with Danielle when she tested positive for Ma Perkins. Before the fight, she was allegedly drowning in marijuana, despite being aware that it was against the law. According to tests performed on her saliva following the competition, Claressa denied this and provided her account of what transpired at Tamron Hall display. Despite the fact that she has never smoked marijuana, she stated that she believes that the reason she had proof of it in her cyst resulted from her interact with individuals who had smoked it following the altercation and unintentionally discovered evidence of
The saliva. You're thinking nothing. Usual standard business practice here.
Yes.
It comes back positive for what they describe as trace amounts of marijuana, which is banned by the Michigan Commission,
Yes.
that league. You say, and you've said it to our audience, you have never smoked marijuana before, ever.
No.
How does the test come back positive?
Well, after the fight, a lot of fans, well, one, the place reeked of marijuana. I have nothing against marijuana. You smoke marijuana, great for you, cool. But the place reeked of marijuana. And then before I got to do the mouth swab, I was hugging, and everybody was hugging and kissing me in Flint. Everybody felt like they're my cousin, sister, brother, friend.
While all of this was going on, Claressa was fighting for her job. Jada Davis, a former best friend, decided to come out and disclose some details concerning her, such as the purported demonish actions she had been participating in, as well as the fact that she had allegedly undergone multiple abortions for various men. Jada claims that Claressa had several pregnancies with her previous coach Tony Harrison during her unprotected sexual activity as a minor relationships with him. She also apparently picked up a few illnesses that ended multiple pregnancies and cost thousands of dollars to treat Claressa. Jada said it was for her coach, but she kept going back to get her kitty. He stretched her as soon as she was completely well.
You know, you kept having sex with him underage. You knew it was wrong. You knew it was some type of sickness with that. You think it's a joke. You know, you keep getting pregnant back to back to back, having discussions back to back.
To control her weight before the fight, she additionally claimed that Claressa had been starving herself for days and battling during pregnancy. Jada claims that this happened around when she was fighting against Hannah Gabriel. According to Jada, in addition to being throughout her pregnancy, she was also starving herself excessively in order to conceal her gaining weight.
You fought pregnant a couple of times. I was like,
What? Whoa. Slide back, bro. Whoa. She fought pregnant?
yeah, the Hannah Gabriel.
Oh no, I forgot to talk those shields.
Yeah, that's why she got dropped. Yeah, she ended up getting back up and winning a fight, but that's why she got dropped.
She was pregnant?
She was pregnant and she didn't eat for 3 days straight prior to fight day.
Trying to make weight.
The issue is that prior to Jada disclosing all of this, alleged T. Claressa went on air to talk about how one of her old friends had called her to complain about the lack of communication she had since becoming renowned within the sector. Despite Claressa failed to name the alleged friends at the time, they are now positive Jada's identity as a person pertaining to the subsequent other life. Jada made public the video that revealed Claressa.
One of my friends was I guess she told me, since she haven't seen me for a while, that me and her aren't. She don't look at me as being her friend no more. But the last time I seen her and we got to eat, we was damn good friends. Talking about all that personal shit. Now she's saying that since she haven't seen me and she haven't heard from me since December, I've been getting ready for a fight, promoting the movies, training, doing all this stuff, and she gonna tell me that now she don't think that me and her friends no more. That's why she felt the need to comment on some bullshit about me up on social media.
Given that this issue was beginning to spiral out of control, and if she didn't deal with it, her situation would worsen, Claressa rushed to address all of Jada's remarks on her. It was clear that Jada's baseless charges were part of a plot to destroy her. Making things worse, according to Claressa, Jada even falsely accused her of SA. She asserts at one point that Jada has several mental health issues, and that whenever she and another person disagree, she often makes things up, bizarre tales about them.
How it didn't, how our friendship didn't work out, or how stuff happened, whatever. But to that person who's saying that I jumped them and attacked them, and even as far as them things like rape and molestation and all this stuff, this is a message from that same person 1 year ago that I have not responded to. She wrote me she sent this voice memo on Facebook last year around June, July. I never responded to it because I'm trying to keep her away from me. I don't want to talk to her.
Claressa's reaction to this exacerbated her situation because it appeared that she wasn't actually replying to Jada's remarks. Instead of disputing the allegations of abortion, she was more focused on attempting to make us believe that Jada is crazy. For about 20 minutes, she lied without responding to Jada's claims that she had a liaison with her former teacher. "You're not addressing the facts," one person said. Another individual remarked, "Dude, she said something to avoid saying anything. Are those charges accurate?" Or, "That woman did not say anything that could be used against Claressa. Something more is going on between them, more intimate." Shortly after this live, Claressa gave Jada a cease and desist order. This Jada girl, however, is crazy because, if anything, the stop and desist infuriated her even more, and she went back right away to live on Instagram with additional charges. She said that Claressa had been threatening her and that she was a devil. Family members to try to persuade them to apologize.
Now, like I said, I don't care about what you and your little legal team do. Not taking down no videos. I'm not saying allegedly. I'm not saying any of that. You're an evil person and you really need help. You're a demon at this point. Because for you to sit there and you're always trying to silence somebody, you smack the messenger to take the podcast down, whatever the case is. You're always trying to silence somebody. You're very controlling. It's giving Jezebel, it's giving narcissist. That's just what you are. You're evil.
Claressa was reportedly also expecting a kid with Papoose, which further exacerbated the situation. But she also got rid of it till Papoose, just like she did with the claimed pregnancy she had with her old instructor, after she had already killed the child. Even as many were taken aback by this, but it is not surprising that Claressa would be hesitant to have children, given she has often stated that she has no interest in Bearing kids as a result of the tragedy she went through with her parents, Claressa said she would have to work even if she didn't intend to have children. As we all know, if she did, she would not be married to Papoose. In reality, Papoose is still legally married to Remy and cannot get married. Claressa until Remy signs the divorce papers. Papoose, according to rumors, Remy has been putting off signing the divorce papers as a result. The assertions that Claressa is now refuting Papoose's claim that she deserted him because she aborted his child, adding that she is not pregnant and did not terminate. No children either. However, she will update us on any upcoming pregnancy, similar to when she and Papoose first met, she began dating.
I never even went viral for shit like boxing, how I go viral for the shit that's been going on now. So, now that I'm getting to the nitty-gritty, therefore, you guys, no, I am not pregnant. If I was pregnant, I would announce it to the whole world like I did when me and Papoose came out. I will let you guys know, okay?
According to the streets, Remy was extremely impacted by this since she wanted to utilize the rumors and hoped they were true. As an excuse to sneak back into Papoose's life, individuals have their own views as usual, including this one that claimed that a best buddy attempted to divulge Claressa's tea, but she gave herself a bitter and envious appearance. For this reason, people of age avoid forming friendships. Because I don't need enemies when I have pals like this. I shook my head. Another person said, obtain a restraining order against her. She's enamored with you. Watch, beware, for the more you succeed, the more going to have insane individuals emerging from the darkness to come at you.